So yesterday we were seeing about the load balancer. Yesterday we were seeing about the load balancer, and we have successfully routed the traffic or split the incoming traffic to the different machines which we have created. But the difference is the machine are created by us. Machines are created by us. So, but what is the goal is? So it is the user. This is my application. I'm going to hit this facebook.com or google.com or amazon.in or flipkart.com. But we are not directly hitting the application URL. I'm just hitting the load balancer only. We are every time hitting the load balancer. This ELB and is the user, and maybe it is the facebook.com. It is the Facebook. So every time we are hitting the load balancer endpoint, which is an IP address, So if sudden, basically we are having two servers. Maybe this is my server 1 and this is my server 2. Okay. So what this ELB load balancer will do, it will split the incoming traffic to the available servers. It will split the incoming traffic to the available servers. But who will create this server? Who will create this instance? Yesterday we have created this instance, but today, based upon the load, automatically the auto scaling group should create the instance. Automatically, the auto scaling group which should create the instance. If suddenly from 100 to 1000 customer increases, auto scaling group immediately should create another server. Auto scaling group immediately should create another server, and we need to assign the incoming traffic as well. If suddenly reduced from 1000 to 100, automatically auto scaling group will need to deallocate the available servers. It will deallocate the available more than or unused servers. It will deallocate the unused servers. Then from this auto scaling group only, we are going to hit the application. From this auto scaling group only, we are going to hit the application. Okay. Okay, let it be. So we are going to see about the auto scaling group, which is we'll shortly call it as ASG. We'll call it as ASG. So in our first session and first day one, we would have seen the scalability. That we have seen the two types of scalability. One is horizontal scalability, and other one is vertical scalability. And what is horizontal scalability and what is the vertical scalability? Guys, do you remember what is horizontal and what is vertical? So horizontal scalability, and then we have vertical scalability. Horizontal scalability is nothing but if there is sudden increase from 100 to 1000, there is a sudden increase in the customers. Automatically, it will increase the number of machines. Automatically, it will increase the number of machines or servers or instances based upon the load. By the same way, if there is any decrease from 1000 to 100, automatically it will decrease the allocated instances. It is increase or decrease. Maybe can even say increase or decrease the number of servers. We are just removing this thing. So horizontal means automatically it will increase the number of or decrease the number of servers or the instances. Then vertical means obviously it is upgrading the same machine. That is called vertical scale. Upgrading the same machine, that is called vertical scale. So I am having on laptop. So I want to play some high-end game, high-end graphics game. But my laptop is only capable of 4 GB and I don't have any graphics card and it is only 256 GB hard disk. But the game expectation is you should have 4 GB graphics card and you should have at least 8 GB RAM and 256 GB hard disk. So in my laptop, only the hard disk is good actually. But I don't have graphics card, I don't have 8 GB RAM as well. So what shall I do? What can I do? There are two ways I can even resolve this issue. One, I can go to the service center and I can install the graphic card. I can upgrade the RAM as well. In my same machine, in my old laptop, I'm going to upgrade the RAM for 8 GB and also I'm going to upgrade the graphics card as well. So that is vertical scale. But if you think like we can buy a new laptop as well, so that is horizontal. So if you are thinking of buying new laptop, or if you are like buying like the same configuration, like 2 or 3 laptops, with the help of 2 or 3 laptops, you are handling. So or you are playing the game. So in this case, it is horizontal. Horizontal, it is the number of server you are increasing, but vertical, you are upgrading the same machine to play that game. Play the game, you are just upgrading the same machine. But horizontal, you're just buying some new laptops or any other friends' laptops or any other, but increasing your number of servers. So that is horizontal. Okay. What does auto scaling groups follows? Vertical or horizontal? Auto scaling is following the horizontal scaling. It will increase the number of machine based upon the load or the incoming traffic. So, okay. So if there is increase in 100 to 1000, automatically it will scale out the servers. It will increase the servers, scale out, or you can say it will increase the servers. If there is sudden decrease from 10,000 to 100, automatically it will scale it. It will shrink the servers. It will shrink or scale in or decrease the servers. It will shrink or scale in or it will even decrease the servers. So if there is count from 100 to 1000, then it will scale out. We will increase the number of servers. If it is suddenly decreasing from 1000 to 100, it will scale it. It will decrease the number of servers. Okay. So what I will do, I'll go to the AWS. I'll search here for auto daily group. Search for EC2 first. Scroll down here. See here. There is one option called auto scaling group. So click on this auto scaling group. So click on create the auto scaling group. So enter your auto scaling group. I'll just enter. I just give this name. It is asking for the template, but I don't have any templates here. But I don't have any templates. What is this template? So template you need to give to auto scaling group like so if something happens, if some increase in the incoming traffic, you need to create an EC2 based upon this template I'm giving. You need to create an EC2 based upon the template. So in this we will be providing EC2 name. What is the name of your machine? We need to provide the AMI. We need to choose the instance type. We need to choose the key pair. We need to choose the subnet. We need to choose the subnet, as well as we'll be choosing the configuration storage. If you want, you can add any user data as well. If you want, you can add the user data as well. So we need to create one sample template. We are not creating a machine. We are just creating one template and giving to the auto scaling group. If some increase are occurred, we just use this template to create an EC2 instance. I'm just giving one dummy template. You just follow what and all I have given here and use this template in order to create one new EC2 instance if there is an increase in the server. There is an increase in the server. So what I will do, I'll create a launch template. So maybe I will name it as here. I'll just name it as my Linux machine. I'll just name it as my Linux machine. So not going to do any changes. So you need to choose the AMI. So you can choose Amazon Linux 2023 thing. Instance type you need to choose. Yes, we'll be choosing T2.micro. Let's choose this as well. Key pair. I don't want any key pair. I don't want any key pair. So network settings. You need to associate with one of the subnet. Any subnet you can create. So I just create on one subnet. So see here, existing firewall group. Maybe if you want, you can add some security group as well. I'm not going to add any security group. Storage it is asking. So already it is having some default 8 GB storage. Let it be. I'm not going to disturb. See here, I have created one dummy template. The same how we will create an EC2 instance. The same way you are going to create one template and going to inform the ASG. See here, if any load or incoming traffic increases, you can just use this template and then create an EC2 instance. So what I will do, I'll just create this last template. Move subnet for EC2 auto scale. On launch template. Okay, now the launch template has been successfully created. So see here, my launch template has been successfully created. Here, if I refresh, you can see my launch template. See here, my Linux machine. Okay, scroll down. Do not do any changes. So click on next. Click on next. See, it is asking to choose the subnet. You can choose any subnet, like 1 or 2 subnet you can choose, but that is up to you. And come down. If you want to do some changes in the template, like if you want to change to T2.nano, or if you want to change the AMI version, you can override the launch template here. Or if you want to add some additional volume, just click on override the launch template, and then you can do the changes. So click on next. See, here there is some concept called load balancer. So it is asking which load balancer I should work on, because they both are combining. He is combining with auto scaling group. Load balancer and auto scaling group is combining. What this load balancer is doing is splitting the incoming traffic. What this auto scaling is doing is increasing the number of machines alone. But this auto scaling group will not allocate to the servers. This auto scaling group will not allocate the incoming traffic to the servers. Like ASG work is to alone increase the number of servers. Then load balancer only will be splitting the incoming traffic to the number of machines allocated. Then both of them should work together. Both the load balancer and auto scaling group should work together in order to balance the incoming traffic. Okay. But as of now, we are not able to create some load and all. We are not able to create some dummy load in order to show now as a demo. It will be happen only in the real time. We cannot show as a now. So what I will do, I click on no load balancer. I don't have any load balancer now. I don't have any load balancer now. But in real time, they would have been created load balancer with the real incoming traffic. At that time, they can go for attached to an existing load balancer, or you can even create a new load balancer here. But as of now, I'm not going to give any load balancer because I don't have any dummy incoming traffic under. So I'm just giving no load balancer. Okay, come now. See here. I said right. Automatically, health checks will be done by the load balancer. Automatically, health checks will be done by the load balancer for the available servers. If one server is down, yesterday I have shown there are 4 servers. If one server I have stopped, immediately load balancer will check the health check of that particular particular server, and it will not allocate the incoming traffic to the particular server. It will go and allocate for the remaining 3 servers. It will go and allocate for the remaining 3 servers. See here, there is one option called turn on elastic balancing health check, so that we are allowing load balancer to do the health check on auto scaling group. If you click on turn on, see here, every 300 seconds it will check for the health check. Every 300 seconds it will check the health check. So I'm going to click on next. So this is the important option again. So group size. What is this group size? So we have 2 options. We have 3 options. One is desired capacity. One is minimum capacity. Another one is maximum capacity. One is desired, another one is minimum, another one is maximum capacity. What is desired capacity and what is minimum capacity and what is maximum capacity? So desired capacity is nothing but while creating an auto scaling group, how much instance do you want? How much instance do you want by default? While creating an auto scaling group, how much instance do you want to create? How much instance do you want to create? What is your default capacity? What is your default capacity of your instance? Maybe what I will do, first time, I'll give 2. My desired capacity is 2. My desired capacity is 2. Okay. What is the minimum capacity? I'm just saying, even though anything happens to any of this machine, minimum at least you should have 1 machine running. At least you should have one machine running. If anything happens to 1 machine from these 2 default machines, you need to immediately create 1 more machine. See here, what I am given, there are 2 default machine. If anything happens to both the devices or both the instances, immediately you need to create 1 more instance, because the minimum capacity is what? At least 1 machine should be up. At least 1 machine should be in running status. Then what is the maximum capacity? Maximum you can allow 10 machines. If there is any increase in the load, you can create up to 10 EC2 instance. You can create up to 10 EC2 instance, not more than that. And if there is any decrease, in the incoming traffic, you should not go below 1. This is my minimum and this is my maximum. My defaultly, I'm going to create 2 machines. Defaultly, while creating an auto scaling group, I'm going to create 2 EC2 machines. If there is any sudden increase in the traffic, you can go up to 10 EC2 instance. But if there is any sudden decrease, you should not go minimum, less than 1. You should not go less than 1. At least 1 machine should be in running state. At least one machine should be in running state. So one more example. If I put 3 here, I'm just saying by default, you just create 3 EC2 machines. By default, you just create 3 EC2 machines. The minimum capacity I have given is 2. So if anything happens in any one of the machines here, in this 3 machine, if 1 machine is stopped, immediately it won't allocate because we have given minimum 2 capacity. If 1 machine is stopped, okay, it is fine. only two machines will is there, it will run. But in this three machines, if two machines are stopped, in this three machines, two of the machines are stopped. What it will do? It will immediately create one more instance because I'm just giving the minimum capacity as two. It will obviously keep the two machines running state. It will obviously keep the two machines in the running state, and maximum, definitely we cannot see the maximum because we are not giving the load and all in order to see the maximum capacity. But I will show how it is happening in the minimum capacity. So I'll go here. Maybe I'll just give the desired capacity as 3 and minimum as 2. So desired capacity is 3 and minimum capacity is 2, maximum is 5. Just giving maximum is 5. So by default, 3 EC2 will be created. Out of the 3, 2 machine has been any problem or stopped or terminated, immediately it will create one more machine because I'm just giving the minimum capacity as 2. Then I'm not going to give any scaling policy. So click on next. So click on next. Click on next. Okay, click on create an auto scaling group. Go inside this auto scaling group. Go to the activity. So here you can see launching a new EC2 instance. There is something called launching a new EC2 instance. Go and check in your EC2 whether anything is launching. So see here, two machines has been auto created. We are not created this machine. Automatically, two machines has been created, but by default, we have asked 3 machines. Wait, whether we can check whether it is creating. See here, already 2 machine has been success. It is creating one more machine. I'll go and refresh here. See here, 3 machines has been created. 3 machines has been created because by default, I have given the desired capability as 3. So it is my default machine. Can even say it is the default capacity. It is the default capacity while creating an ASG, while creating an auto scaling group, while creating an auto scaling group. Okay. So see here, all 3 machines has been successfully launched, and it is in running state. It is in running state. So what I will do, I will stop only one EC2 now. I will stop only one EC2 now. Okay, I have stopped. So no issues. Only 2 is running. Anything happens here? No, because it is not going to bother because the minimum capacity is still satisfied, right? The minimum capacity is still satisfied. We have just given the minimum capacity as 2. So already I have 2 capacity or 2 instances running. So it is not going to bother. But if I delete this one more machine, then the minimum capacity is not achieved. The minimum capacity is not achieved. If we go here and refresh, see here, it started creating one EC2. It started creating one EC2. Go and refresh here. See here, immediately it has created one more machine. Immediately it has created or allocated one more machine. Maybe I will delete, I will stop both the instances. I'll click on stop. So I don't have any machines here. So if I go and refresh here, refresh. So it will say take some time to refresh. Here now only it is capturing it has been terminated, and it is immediately launching one more new EC2 instance. Here we go and check here. It's launching, it is launching, it is creating. So refresh. It is in progress of creating. Go and refresh here. One machine has been immediately created. Again, it will create one more machine as well. Create one more machine. Let's check here. So it will take again one more time in order to create one more machine, because we have given the minimum capacity as 2. What is running? It takes some time. Here another started creating. Another EC2 instance started creating, which has been started free in service. Then it will come for in progress. So if we go and refresh here, see here, one more instance has been allocated automatically by the auto scaling group. One more instance has been allocated automatically by the auto scaling. So this is how the auto scaling group is working, and it is allocating the number of, it is increasing the number of servers, and then the load balancer will utilize these servers and it will allocate the incoming traffic to the servers. So what I will do, I'll create one more thing. I'll delete this, delete the auto scaling group. So if it is deleting, see here, I'll refresh here. The instances will also be deleted, because that instances is created by the auto scaling group. So how we have seen in CloudFormation or Lambda and all, we would have seen, right? So by the same way, the instances are created by the auto scaling group. We haven't created this auto scaling group. So that is the reason. If you delete the auto scaling group, all the servers and machines will also be auto deleted. All the servers and machines will also be deleted. So I'll quickly show one more demo. So create one auto scaling group, maybe demo ASG 2104. So this is my demo name, and it is asking for the template. And if you want, you can create one more new template. So click on create a launch template. Click on create a launch template, maybe new template, and just name it as new template. And go here. You need to choose the AMI. Maybe I'll just go for quick start. I'll choose the latest machine itself, Amazon Linux 2023 version, and the instance type, choose t2.micro. Instance type, choose the t2.micro. And I don't want to choose any key pair. And I'm not going to include network setting also. I'm not going to include setting also. I'm not going to include. So EBS, let it be. And we can create the launch template. So if we go and refresh here, so my new template has been added here, and I'm not going to do any changes. So click on next. Choose any availability zone or subnet. I'm just going to choose one subnet or any one or two subnets as well. Maybe I'll select two subnets. Okay. So click on next. As of now, I don't have any load balancer. So just click on no load balancer and see the health check period. It is 300 seconds. For every 300 seconds, it is going to check the server about the health check, whether it is stop or running or anything. Because that is the reason it is getting delayed here. Actually. So that is the reason we are like it has been created very delayed, right? The second machine, because it is waiting for some seconds, and then click on next. So desired capacity, maybe this time I will give 4 machines, and the minimum capacity I'm just giving 2 machines. Maximum is maybe I will give again 5. So by defaultly, it should create 4 EC2 machine. And even though if 2 machines is down, it does not bother because the minimum capacity is 2. It will maintain the minimum capacity. But this out of this 4 machine, 3 machines has been down. It will increase one more machine. So just click on next. And directly click on create the auto scaling. Directly click on create the auto scaling group. Okay, your auto scaling group has been created. Just click on this auto scaling group and go to your activity. See here, already it started creating 4 instances. Now go to your EC2 and check whether 4 instances has been created. Yes, see here, 4 instances has been created and it is already in the running state. So this is my desired capacity. This is my default capacity and this is my desired capacity as well. Now I'm going to stop 3 missions. So I click on stop the instance. So I've already stopped the 3 missions. So, but my default or minimum capacity is 2. Here I have stopped the 3 missions. So only 1 mission is running. My auto scaling group should immediately allocate 1 more mission to me. It should allocate 1 more mission to me. Let's wait. So it will continuously check the health check. So refresh.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you merge all videos in one YouTube link? So it will
Yeah, I'll
help
create
to
a
us to.
playlist.
No, not for this class. How many classes you informed? Na? So all the create link. So it will be help for in the future also. So that's why.
Okay. Shall I create one playlist for by mentioning 7:30 AM batch?
Huh.
I'll create one playlist and I'll add all the videos over.
Yeah. Please share the link.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you.
So now see here, it has been started creating 1 more instance. Go to this instance and click on refresh. And you see here, 2 instances has been started running. 2 instances has been started running. So we are going to configure the minimum capacity. We are going to configure the maximum capacity. So maximum capacity is 10 means even though if you are using 1 lakh customers, 1 lakh traffic, 1 lakh incoming load, it won't exceed the 10 servers. It won't exceed the 10 servers. It will balance the incoming traffic between the 10 servers only. But it might be slow. But we are given the maximum capacity as 10, right? So it won't exceed more than 10. It won't exceed more than 10. Even though if you are using 1 lakh or 10 lakh customers, it will try to balance within this 10 servers only. It won't exceed more than 10 because we have given some limit. See here, this is my limit. I cannot bear the amount more than 10 servers. So you just allocate the 10 servers alone if there is any increase in the load. If there is any decrease, no issues. If there is no customer also, maintain at least 2 server running state. Even though if you are having only 100, minimum 100, like less than 100, you can keep less than 100 also. You should at least keep 2 machines in running state. You should at least keep 2 machines in running state. I don't bother whether customers are there or not. You just keep 2 machines in a running state. Anytime customers may come, anytime the customers will come, so that you just keep 2 instances running for a safe purpose. For a safety purpose, you just keep the 2 instances running, but you should not go below 2. You should not exit maximum of 10. So this is the rule which we have created in the auto scaling group. So by this way, auto scaling group will increase the number of instances here. It will increase the number of servers here based upon the load. The auto scaling group will increase the number of servers, but it is not going to allocate the incoming traffic. Who is going to allocate? This load balancer is going to allocate the incoming traffic based upon the availability of servers. Based upon the availability of servers, he is going to allocate the incoming traffic. And finally, we are going to hit this Facebook target. And finally, we are going to hit this Facebook target. So this is what the load balancer and ASC works on. And by this, we are completing the AWS. So after completing the DevOps, we'll be coming back to see one more thing called Beanstack, EBS Beanstack. Also, we might see Route 53. We might see Route 53. Also, there is one migration project is there. So we'll also show that migration project is there. So that's all great, all about AWS. So we'll be starting the DevOps from tomorrow or from Monday at the same time. If you have any doubts, let me know, or else let's connect on next session. There's any doubt?
Tomorrow is there.
I'll let you, maximum tomorrow will not be there. Monday only will be starting the DevOps. So if there is tomorrow, I'll just update tonight itself.
Okay.
Okay, let's connect tomorrow.